Hello beer tubers and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hoppets. Today, looking at a beer I am looking forward to be drinking dead fresh again. So, if you guys haven't heard of this beer, you must be living under a rock. At least if you're in Europe, that is. This is probably one of the most hyped up beers at the moment from Denmark, if you can call it hyped up, but it's a beer that sells out like this. Boom, gone. I managed to get bottles, of course, because locally we got, I think it was it 12 cases or so of this bad boy, which is awesome. It finally made it up here. This is none other than Amager batch 1000. So if you saw my review last year, I went totally nuts over this beer. This is an IPA that was made by Amager to commemorate their 1000th batch of beer. And one thing that Amager is kings at is making killer IPA. They're not on, level with some of those crazy New England breweries. They're getting there though. I mean, what's cool about them is that they're really innovating and trying to, step it forward in that direction with the IPAs and stuff. And I personally think they make probably the best IPA in all of Europe, along with a few other breweries like Brewski and Omnipol also make some killer IPAs. But these guys certainly deserves the praise they're getting, and this beer is also in the run for best beer in Denmark above 6.5% with a few others. This has to win in my book. I wanted to check this out and review it again for you guys just to see how this bad boy is with about a week of age. I mean, they tapped it last week. I'm drinking it a week after they tapped it to the day, so this is dead fresh. So man, let's just get into this bad boy and go to hop heaven. Now the craziness with this beer was that they actually, when they released it, oh, it's clearer than I remember. When they announced that they would rebrew this because of the popularity, every single box of beer and every single bottle was already pre-ordered, which is insane. They're going to be making more batch of it, but another batch is going to be bottled soon, I think. But a whole lot clearer. It's got a little bit of a haze to it, probably chill haze, but it's that kind of golden yellow color. Also, forgot to mention that, but they don't use caramel malt, which is awesome. They use Melanoidin, Munich, and Pilsner malt. Oh, this is the hop aroma. And the hops are Hercules, Amarillo, Chinook, Simcoe, Citra, Mosaic, Sriracha Ace, and Centennial. They use US ale yeast, and then they use the hops all over the place in whirlpool and dry hopping and during the mash and whatnot. So let's check out the aroma on batch 1000 again. It's been about a year since I had this last, or had it dead fresh, so let's check it out. That is just so awesome. That is like the punch bowl of tropical fruit kind of aroma. You're getting the Sriracha Ace for sure, and I don't know, there's so many breweries that uses Sriracha Ace or it doesn't work, but somehow Amager has found out a way to utilize Sriracha Ace where it works well with other hops, because sometimes it can really stand out. But I'm getting passion fruit, I'm getting pineapple, that lemongrass limey aroma, a little bit of a dankness, but this tropical fruit punch bowl. You're getting that sweet orange, that tangerine, it just smells good. My saliva is just all up in my mouth. It's fucking going crazy. So let's just have a sip of this amazing IPA. Cheers, guys. That is so fucking good. That's kind of like drinking pineapple juice. Oh, that is really good. What it lacks though, if we're talking some of the crazy IPA I've had last year, I've had some of the best IPA in the world over the course of about a year now. I'd say this still holds up. This is more in the vein of super juicy West Coast type of thing, but it's not really dank and you're not getting malt. It's kind of a weird in-between thing, kind of like the Midwest or IPA, or yeah, I guess, because there's a lot of pineapple on the aftertaste. So much pineapple and so much orange and tangerine. It kind of tastes like pure tangerine juice. Wow. But yeah, kind of like West Coast, but the harshness isn't as intense as it was last time. It's more softer flavors now. It is a little bit harsh on the aftertaste. Was a pretty good bitterness. The IBU was, does it say? I don't think so. No, it doesn't say the IBU, but it's got a lot of tangerine flavor. Like tangerine, it's almost like, it's not completely similar to something like Julius, but it's got a similar tangerine intensity or citrus fruit intensity. But this also got the tropical notes, like the sweet citrus, and then you get that hint of kind of odd lemongrassy lime flavor that I think Sorachi Ace gives off. But this is just a killer IPA. This is definitely the best single IPA that's brewed in Europe at the moment, where you don't use fruits and weird additives, where it's just hops, water, malt, and yeast. I completely mean that, because this is so good. I haven't had many single IPAs that comes to this. The only thing that could make this like a Hunnitz beer would be the treehouse mouthfeel, and then maybe a little more tropical fruit. Because this batch, I feel like there's a little bit more orange than tropical fruit and like citrus fruit, but it's so fucking amazing. Mouthfeel is medium. It's not super chewy, because that treehouse is like super thick and rich, almost like with Imperial Stout. That's one thing I hope Amager is going to try to do at one point. Making something like this with more mouthfeel, and then maybe a little bit more of the tropical nuances. And it does have a little bit of harshness on the back end, like that scraping bitter hop flavor. If it was without that and had the mouthfeel, this would be treehouse type beer, pretty much. That's pretty much what it's lacking, because the hop juiciness and hop sweet hop flavor, it's there. This is all about hop flavor with still some of that kind of bitter West Coast like dank kick on the back end. But such a fantastic beer. I had to re-review this on the channel just because it's such a great beer, and because it's probably the best European single IPA at the moment, in my book at least. I know since we got 12 cases locally, I'm going to be drinking quite a few bottles of this bad boy. Already got a few today when it was released. So awesome stuff. If you guys haven't had the chance, you definitely need to go out and get some Amager Batch 1000. This is amazing stuff. And if the guys at Amager are watching, which you probably are, please try and make something like the treehousey stuff I mentioned previously in the review. That'd be awesome. Some of those turbid, crazy IPAs from the New England area. But this is great, guys. Check it out for sure. I know some of it has been sent to the US as well, but just a small amount. I think California was one of the places that should be getting it. So keep a lookout for it, guys. Great stuff. Rating wise, it's a 97. It's, as I said, amazing. It could be bumped higher if just like less harshness and more mouthfeel, kind of like the New England ones. Then it'd be probably like 99, 98, maybe even Hunnitz on a good day. But this is a beer I love. It's a great beer. It's awesome to see this out again, because people loved it so much, so they brought it back. So that's great. So guys, check out Batch 1000. 97 from me. Amazing stuff. I'm going to go now and enjoy this glass, sit down and chillax, and probably edit this footage so you can get the video out as soon as possible for you guys. And yeah, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. And please drink some Amager Batch 1000, because this is fucking amazing. And I'm going to say cheers. And see you guys in another beer review.